thank you, Charles. Good to see you again.
Thanks, KG. Good to be here with you.
Okay, so I just want to know in terms of your career, obviously you've had a number of stints in different organizations, but Absa is the one, I think, where you kind of spent most of your career life. Can you think of a moment where, you had to really have your first wake-up call as a leader? Obviously, there are lots of things that happen that face you as a leader that you have to, decide in the moment. You don't have the luxury of having to think, go away and come back. Is there any particular moment where you really felt this was a wake-up call moment for you?
Yeah, I think it's a great question, KG. I think, mine's, in some ways, it probably wasn't actually as a leader per se, but it was a wake-up call for me just in terms of life, which obviously ultimately becomes about who you are and so on. So this goes way, way back. So this was my first year out of school. And I'd gone to WITS to do chemical engineering. And look, I got a lot of admiration for people who do chemical engineering now. Let me just say that and put it on the table. And yeah, at half year, I failed a half course in mechanics, which in those days meant you had to repeat all 5 subjects. And so my dad said to me, no, you're not just having the rest of the year having fun at university. You're going to come back and you're going to work at my factory. And I got put on a production line. And, it was, that was certainly a wake-up call, because as much as I was earning a bit of money and, you had a bit of fun, you could go and, as a first year out of school, it certainly made me realize that actually I need to apply myself a bit more and make sure I pass. And the next was I went and did a BCom at Rhodes, and that's how I'd say moved on. So a big wake-up call for me, that was for sure. Later on, used to give me vac jobs and stuff as I started to apply myself. So as I got further down in my BCom and honours in accounting and that, I ultimately, he did allow me to go and do some of the bookkeeping type jobs, which was a little bit more interesting. But doing 4 months of that kind of work was quite something. And also, working in a factory is hot. It's not air conditioned like this, all nice and, friendly and cozy and cuddly and so on. So, it's, I often think about my kids now, and I kind of think, what experience am I going to give them that grounds them in a bit of reality? So if you've got any great ideas, happy to take them. I know you've got kids, so.
I do indeed, and I'm happy to share some notes, but I'm not even sure if I'm also going in the right direction. So we'll ask the kids themselves.
One day.
Yeah.